It's a trap! It's a trap!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of It's a Trap, the weekly but not weekly podcast hosted by three wonderful people. I'm your host, Benjamin Jeffries, and as always, I'm joined by my two wonderful co-hosts. State your names.
Please.
After you.
Oh, I said my
Well,
name. My name is Benjamin Jeffries.
I was motioning to Kielan.
I was motioning to Will.
Well,
Look at that.
Well,
indirectly, we've how funny is that?
well, okay, so here's the deal, guys. None of us are in the same room right now. So,
Anyway, how did you know the groom?
oh, we were buddies at camp.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
very interesting.
I'm his tailor, so.
You're
I'm his
yeah.
stockbroker.
Why are you at
very
the
nice.
wedding?
I break stocks for him.
Broke stocks.
I broke them.
Yes.
Yes.
They've been breaking.
They've been
What do you
broken.
They've been
think-
breaking.
What do you
Breaked.
think of the groom? What do you think of the bride?
He's
do
a
you think,
horrible. She's a horrible lady, and he's a horrible person. They're
Yeah,
made
so
for
they're a
each
match
other.
made in heaven. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm glad we could come to this agreement. I've got
Yes,
to
sir.
break some more stocks and break some legs. So
Okay, I've got to go tailor someone.
wow.
I've got to go back to camp.
Wow.
That was
well,
riveting.
That's
Now that that's over, how about we?
That's called improv.
Will, as a true drama kid, you know the power of improv.
Yeah, the raw power.
Never say no. Yes, and. Yeah, that's right, guys.
Ben's a pretty sick actor. If you
Yeah,
didn't know.
bro.
Yeah, Ben
Yeah.
once outacted
I was in some acting.
Marlon Brando in
He
his
once
prime.
auditioned for a CBC show.
I did. Actually, well.
More
yeah,
than
I barely
Marlon Brando
auditioned.
can say.
But, I was almost in a CBC show, guys. They wouldn't have cast
that
me because I
you-
have braces. And it was Anne of
Yeah.
Green Gables. So.
That'd be
Sorry,
so.
did you mean Anne with an E?
Anne with an E? Yes.
Oh.
Anne.
You should put that on your resume. Like
Yo,
almost
I auditioned
auditioned.
for a CBC. I almost auditioned for a CBC show. I didn't even
Wait, you
audition.
didn't even audition?
I almost auditioned.
That's even better.
I know.
But I felt
Exactly.
I was
think that
too
sounds great on
good
my
for
resume.
them.
We think that one day Ben's going to be in a CBC limited series called Terra Scotia.
Yeah.
Which is a post-apocalyptic series set in Nova Scotia after the world ends and everything has gone to hell.
Oh, there's one
Well, you came up with a
specific shirt I'll
tagline,
wear.
didn't you?
I can. Oh, so the tagline was "The new world has become a new hell."
That's great.
So,
So,
movies, am I right?
you want to talk news? There's some
course
actually
I
like
do.
there's some actual good stuff that we are gonna be talking about this.
What's our main topic,
this
Will?
week? We have a couple of main things. We have
Oh, so it's another artisan assortment.
not exactly. I think it's like a thing where I'd put like a one topic and ampersand another topic. I've been doing ampersands a lot for the last like 6 months.
You know
I
what
haven't-
ampersand? I thought, isn't an ampersand like the at symbol?
An ampersand is
No,
shift
that's
7
an
on
at
your
symbol.
keyboard.
Shift 7. Oh, I thought the ampersand was the at sign.
No, that's
No,
the
that's
at
the
sign.
it's at.
But there's a word for it.
At.
Shut up.
There was this like newspaper comic strip that I used to not read called like Kevin at Home. And
But then they use the at symbol.
Yeah.
Do y'all read Zits?
Well, do I read Zits?
I always read the Zits comic strip.
Still to this day?
Star.
In the Star?
Yeah.
No.
Every
I
week.
don't read the newspaper.
You suck. You're
yeah.
not cultured like Will and I.
Wow.
Will, I think we should talk about the fact that Will listens to NPR. before
I
we
don't
continue.
actually anymore.
Because, or rather, that Will seems like the kind of guy who listens to NPR on a regular basis.
I know Ira Glass. He's my next door neighbor.
Is he actually?
No.
No.
He probably lives in the
I
Bronx.
got a little too excited.
Really?
Damn.
Okay,
All right,
what's
let's
your
talk about the
opinion on this? Did you see Steven Spielberg, famed
Oh, yeah.
director of Bridge of Spies?
That's my
most
favorite
famous
movie of all
movie,
time.
Yeah.
Bridge of Spies is definitely his most successful and famous movie.
He made
Mm-hmm.
some statement about like he doesn't want Netflix movies to be eligible for awards. What
It's
do you
stupid.
think of that? Yeah, I think he's kind of
he's so stupid. He's just mad because he doesn't have an Oscar, and he wants something to get back at the Oscars for.
Does he not have an Oscar?
He doesn't have an Oscar. No,
I can see where he's coming from.
I can't.
I think that, well, I think it's different nowadays when Netflix movies play in theaters.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also
But I think unless what?
they were saying that they wanted to make it so like you have to have a 4-week theatrical run to be eligible. But then I saw someone responding to that saying that like most independent films don't get 4-week theatrical runs or like.
Yeah, I think the current rules for the Oscars are fine,
Yeah.
which is you have to have a 7-day theatrical run in LA, which I
Yeah.
think is completely fair. So if Netflix doesn't want to put their movies out in theaters, then they got to deal with the fact that they're not going to be eligible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if they want to put it out in theaters for 7 days, yeah, cool. Then give them awards.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Roma
I
has
think
been
if a
a-
movie doesn't play on a big screen, it's not really like a like something that. It's not really a movie per se. That's TV. That is what TV is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a TV movie.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
fine.
but
It can still be great, but like I don't think a TV movie should win an Oscar.
Well,
What about O.J. Simpson Made in America?
No, because they played it in theaters. They
what
played
about
it in
Icarus?
theaters.
Did they play Icarus in theaters? That one.
They did.
That one best documentary.
Yeah,
that one year?
they gave those ones the theatrical run specifically because they wanted to get Oscars for them.
Okay, great, and I think that's fine.
Exactly, I completely agree. But like,
But Spielberg,
for example,
Spielberg thinks that all
Anything
Netflix
made by
movies,
Netflix?
li-
Yeah,
literally
that's dumb.
anything. Like for example, if I didn't see Roma in theaters, but I watched it on Netflix 2 weeks after it was done its theatrical release, then that shouldn't count. That's what he's saying.
no,
basically.
Roma should count, but as long as if Roma came out but it never played in theaters, I don't think it should.
Would have been a
yeah,
weird
but
decision.
no Netflix film has currently broken that rule to be nominated. Ballad of Buster
No,
Scruggs had
exactly.
has a small ass theatrical release and still got nominated.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, I think Spielberg's being stupid, but I think. You sure you said that recently?
Yeah, that was like this week.
Okay, because I disagree in that case. What I meant
Yeah.
is like, if Hulu came out with like a really like it's a movie. Or, okay, like what I mean is like
I
one
do
of
know
those
what you
Netflix, like one of those all the boys I loved, like to all the boys I loved before.
Those are
that
like
shouldn't be
Lifetime
nominated for an
movies,
Oscar.
you know?
If that got
It shouldn't
nominated for an
be
Oscar,
nominated.
then I would be upset. Yes, because
Yeah,
it
but
didn't have a
it
theatrical
like
release.
it shouldn't be shouldn't be eligible is what
No.
I'm saying. Like
And it's not
Cannes is doing the
eligible,
same
yeah.
thing.
That seems like the kind of
Kansas
movie
doing
you
the
were
same thing.
almost in, Ben. You know, like the almost
It's
audition
all the
for.
movies I loved before. What other movies
I
was
can
I
see
almost in? None.
Probably
You were almost in She's the Man. I don't know why, but I think you'd be in that.
Ben was almost in Gone with the Wind. He
damn.
almost auditioned for that.
You know, I was
He was
almost,
almost
in,
in-
The Other Side of the Wind, directed by Orson Welles, the
Wow.
2018,
Oh damn!
2018
You know,
release.
Ben was almost in Black Klansman.
Really?
Yes.
We
Me?
should make a Ben Jeffries cut of The Other Side of the Wind where we just have footage of you on a green screen. And we just like put in front of him some stuff. Just like, I
Guys,
think
I don't know what
Dr.
you're saying.
Film
I was in The Other Side of the Wind.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was.
Sorry.
forgot
He was
about
that.
that.
He was that old lady and or man.
I didn't watch it.
I watched
I
it.
didn't watch it either.
There was an old man.
He was that one.
Yeah.
That's me.
I remember him. he did
Shout
bear a
out
striking
to
resemblance.
Wake Up Man.
You know that Ben was the old man in Suspiria? That wasn't Tilda Swinton. It was Ben Jeffries.
Wow.
It was me.
An inspiring actor, an inspiring performance.
Exactly.
So, overall,
let's-
fuck you, Spielberg?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's give him a resounding "fuck you, Spielberg" on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck you, Spielberg.
We did it.
Yeah, I
Thank
said
you,
it too.
Alright, what's next? Topic Man?
Okay, some more
Topic,
good news.
man.
Wait, that wasn't exactly
man.
good news, but do you guys care about the DC movies?
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, 'cause
they
they're-
canceled their extended universe. Yeah,
Yeah,
they ended
they're
it.
still
No
making,
more
like,
Justice League.
Individual movies.
Yeah, so
but-
we'll see a Green Lantern movie.
They'll see Aquaman 2. I
Probably.
think that was
Well,
confirmed.
you know, at least they tried.
Yeah, they gave it a shot. It didn't work though.
Yeah. And good, because all of the movies where they tried to do the cinematic universe thing were terrible.
Yeah.
So I think they're better off
Yeah.
sticking to these individual ones.
You know what I think this is?
Tell us.
I think this is the beginning of the end for superhero movies.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
agree.
yeah.
I think this is the first step on the road of just them becoming unpopular and being phased out.
I think
Marvel's
after-
trying to start their new generation with Captain Marvel.
After
I don't
Avengers-
think it's gonna work.
They're sort of
After-
trying to. I think they want Brie Larson to sort of be the face of the Marvel Extended Universe
I
until
agree.
like after Avengers. But I don't know how long that's gonna last.
Yeah,
honestly,
after-
Captain
I give
Marvel has
Marvel
to be
maybe,
really good in order
Yeah.
for that to last, and I don't think it's going
And
to be
she
really
has to be
good.
really good.
Like she has to be really
I
good.
think they'll keep pumping stuff out at the rate they're going for like the next 2 years, and then at that point, if they're starting to like lose steam, they're gonna go back to like 2 a year, and then like maybe 1 a year at a certain point. I don't think they're ever gonna stop, but I think they're gonna really like roll it back at a certain point.
After Avengers 4, I don't see a scenario where I specifically am as like interested or invested in it, and I don't think that most people will be either. Like
unless
I'm sure,
unless they just were like, oh, let's do a fifth Avengers out of nowhere.
Yeah, but like,
but like, will they?
Robert
Probably
Downey
not.
Jr. and all those people.
I don't know. I could see them bringing back everybody, like the current Avengers cast, in like 20 years when they're all older and doing like a movie or something like that. Cool. Just and like marketing the hell out of it.
Avengers 2049. Cool.
Yeah, like or like something like the new Star Wars movies, where it kind of brings back the characters in a different way.
I think it'd be good if they just kept making like Spider-Man movies and like just a couple, like if we had like 2 a year, that'd be good. And they're both quality, and then we kind of let it sit for a while, and then you can ramp it back up again in like a couple years. Just take it a bit more on the down
they're
low.
They have to wait like at least 10 years before they ramp it up again, though.
Yeah,
because people are like, that's why I don't want another Star Wars movie after 9.
Me neither.
For like 10 years. I think they need to stop.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want another Star Wars movie ever.
Okay. Long story short, DC.
Cool. Great. Terrible.
Terrible.
Good. That's probably good news. At least we're
it's probably a good thing.
See any trash anymore. Yeah. There's a couple of trailers. Shout out if you've seen them. There was a trailer for X-Men. Why are we making these anymore?
Why are they still making X-Men movies?
I didn't watch it.
Me neither. I heard there was
Phoenix?
a massive
I haven't seen the first
spoiler.
Dark Phoenix trailer.
I heard
the only thing I know...
there are Dark Phoenix trailers already?
Yeah, there's 2.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, when's it coming out?
I don't know, probably tomorrow.
I just don't care about it anymore.
Me neither. I kind of want to...
I just found out that Shazam comes out in 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, it comes out on March 19th or something.
Wow. What?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it came out in like November. Yeah. I was like, oh, all right.
For an award season run.
Exactly. I just completely forgot that movie existed.
I think I need to see Dark Phoenix out of some sick sense of curiosity.
I haven't seen Apocalypse yet, so...
I'll go see Dark Phoenix with you guys.
Yeah.
Because I loved Days of Future Past.
Oh yeah, Apocalypse is dog shit though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I've heard Apocalypse is bad, but like I kind of just wanted to leave it at Days of Future Past because Days of Future Past was so good. That's like one of my favorite superhero movies.
It's a good conclusion.
It is.
Right, yeah.
They didn't need more.
Nope.
It's so good though.
So this movie will probably ruin everything, and I hope it does because I would love it if it was just like magnificently horrible.
Oh, thank you.
Is that mac and cheese?
Is macaroni and cheese.
Oh, lucky.
There was also a trailer for the Terry Gilliam movie, The Man Who Killed Don Quixote. That's been in, like...
No, I really want to see that.
Yeah.
I really want to see it.
Really
I don't want
Who's
to watch
in
anything
it?
for it though.
Adam Driver and
Oh, nice.
Some
I like
guy.
it already. I actually love Adam Driver, bro. He's so underrated.
He's really talented. He really is.
Man, he could have honestly. I would if he won the Oscar. I would not be sad at all.
No, me neither.
He was so good in Black Klansman. Probably the best performance. I thought John David Washington wasn't amazing. I thought
he was
Adam
fine.
Driver was really, really good. He was very funny. Yes, John David Washington was very funny, but I thought the star of that movie was Adam Driver.
I've had the theme song from Black Klansman stuck in my head for days.
I know what you're talking about.
Just been that running around my head.
Okay, gentlemen.
Okay,
Let's drop the precedent because in reality, nobody cares about news. Nobody cares about it. Here's a piece of news. Did you see the Michael Cohen testimony?
No, a little bit of it, yeah.
Yeah, I watched part of it. Very interesting.
You cultured man.
Yes, thank you.
I told you, Will's the kind of guy who listens to NPR on the regular.
Yeah.
True.
I listened to an NPR piece where Ira Glass talked to Michael Cohen, and he said, Michael Cohen, more like you call me on the phone.
What the hell?
And Michael Cohen didn't want to be there, and in fact he wasn't there. And it was a great episode.
We were never really here.
But let's drop the precedent.
What the hell is wrong with
Let's drop the president.
Right?
Politically charged.
Oh,
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
so Sunday afternoon last week, we recorded. Sunday night last week was the Oscademy Awards.
Yeah.
I love the Oscademy Awards.
Me too. Did you like them
I
this year?
especially liked them without the host.
Yeah, me too.
That was
Boom.
better.
You know, they were better than last year.
They were much better than the last 2 years, I think.
Not
Actually,
maybe
no.
in
2016 was good. Well, 2017 Oscars, 2016 movies.
I don't
Yeah.
It was
remember.
long, but
So long.
it was good.
Oh yeah, that went past
Yeah.
midnight, I think.
There was no,
Yeah.
there wasn't too much controversial. Weren't too many controversial movies. I mean, there's obviously the La La
Yeah.
Land mix-up, but like,
Yeah.
But that was like a
One
good
second,
kind of
One
controversy.
That was
second,
fun.
guys. I'll be right back.
Oh, Keelan's
going.
on a mission.
Keep going.
he's going, he's gone.
Oh, he
going.
said keep going. Okay, we gotta go on without him.
It's fine. The Oscademy Awards.
Yeah, probably a better show.
I think so.
In terms of the awards, I don't know. Not great,
A
but
few that screamed out to me were Bohemian Rhapsody winning all of the editing awards.
yeah, that's true.
Sound editing, sound mixing, and film editing.
I don't think they know what the difference is. I think
I don't think so either.
because when we
It's
did
funny
our
that we know the difference, but the Academy barely does.
when we did our Oscar pool, like Kielan clarified to everyone what they both were,
Yeah.
and so I made informed decisions about what I thought made like was the best in each of those categories.
Exactly.
But now I see that I was very naive, and
Yeah.
I should have just picked Bohemian Rhapsody because it's a movie about sound.
Yeah. I mean, now I know at least. But here's the thing, though. Baby Driver didn't win either of them
That's true.
the year before. It was both Dunkirk.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder what's the last time different movies have won those
Or was
two.
it both Dunkirk? It was either both Dunkirk or one Dunkirk, one Blade Runner.
I think they were both Dunkirk.
I think so, too. And then it won editing as well.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
But
Dunkirk
and
was
also
also really good, though.
yeah, better than
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
100%.
And then Green Book winning Best Picture. Green Book was good. I remember
Yeah.
when Kielan and I saw it at TIFF, we both really liked it. I still like
Uh-huh.
it. I think it's a good movie. But it's not exactly that kind of movie.
I don't think it's of a Best Picture caliber.
No. It's fun. It's light. But there's so much more that would have been better. I am happy that Bohemian
Like-
Rhapsody didn't win.
Roma could have won, though.
Yeah.
Which is a very well-made movie. Or The Favorite could have won, another
And-
very well-made movie.
And Roma and The Favorite are both about something, which
Yeah, exactly.
Green Book isn't really.
Green Book is not, no.
Okay, here's a discussion.
Yes. Keelan's back.
Because I know Keelan's going to have opinions on this. I would have been happier with Black Panther winning than Green Book Best
What?
Picture, because at least it would have been something. Because Green Book is just like, it's a fun, solid movie, but and
Black Panther is worse.
and I've already forgotten about it.
Objectively.
But at least Black Panther has like style, and it would have been
What?
interesting, like style to the craft of it, and like it has.
So you would have rather a worse movie win Best Picture?
Yes, because Green Book was just boring.
It wasn't.
No, I'm not saying the movie was.
You loved it. You gave
No,
it
I'm saying-
10.
I'm saying
you gave
the movie-
it 5 stars. You can't say
I'm
it's
saying
boring.
the movie winning Best Picture was boring because it was such a standard
See-
pick. I would have been happier if
yeah,
something more
but that's
interesting
fair.
had happened.
Yeah, but I would prefer that they give it to the better movie than the more interesting choice.
Me too, but in this universe where they picked Green Book, I would have been happier if they had picked something more interesting.
Me too.
I would have been happier if they picked The Favorite.
Yeah, I would have been happier if they picked
I would have been
Roma.
less happy if they picked Black Panther.
I would have.
Because I would prefer they picked the better movie. No matter what. So they picked a movie that's about the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Which is, it's like, it's a good movie. It probably didn't deserve to win, but I'm glad it got nominated. But I don't think that they should give it to a movie that's worse just 'cause.
But I it dawned on me partway through the show that I don't care anymore. I like, even though that might sound contradictory because I was obviously screaming very loudly whenever anything happened, but I felt nothing whenever anything like won or lost, other than the satisfaction of getting a point correct on my ballot. Did you get that? I feel like I've come to the point where I have realized that the Oscars don't matter, and the movie that I liked won some awards, so I don't care what wins Best Picture. I was happier the show was shorter, because
me too.
If it was 4 hours instead of 3 hours 20 minutes, and 21 minutes, I apologize. Then it would have been kind of torturous, but it wasn't.
The Golden Globes this year were hell.
Oh, they were terrible.
Yeah.
They were one of the most. It was one of the most boring award shows I've ever seen. And the commercials each went on for 5 minutes, and it was every award.
There was like a Joe Fresh ad that played so often at the Oscars. Yeah, it was horrible. Anything else to say about the Oscars? They were good, but Olivia Colman won. That was good.
That was great. That was That was probably the best thing that happened all night.
I really enjoyed the telecast. I thought it was a fun show. I know the Oscars don't matter. I just enjoy it because I like hanging out with you guys. And,
I agree.
Just eating a ridiculous amount of junk food and drinking a ridiculous amount of root beer.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the best part about it.
That is. We had 4 root beers each.
I was drinking out of a 2-liter apple juice
applesauce
bottle. I was about to say apple cider.
Oh, God.
That would have been a lot of.
Yeah, but I just really enjoy doing that with you guys and kind of like watching and just not. Because none of us care is the thing, and that's what kind of I enjoy about it, is that it's just like, it's just fun.
Yeah. And
I got really upset whenever things that I didn't think should win won, but like when things won, that I was like, yay.
Yeah.
It was just like, it doesn't matter. It's just fun to watch. It's like sports, you know? It's just like sports. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. You're in the end, you're rooting for a bunch of people that you don't know, who weren't born in the city they're playing for, just because they're wearing the colors that you grew up looking at, being like, that's our team. It's arbitrary. It doesn't matter. It's just fun to watch, and you like rooting for the things you like. And that's why it's fun.
Most of my reactions were about whether I got my pick right or not about who should have won. Because, whatever.
Exactly.
Whoever you think was the best performance of the year is to you, and no people in the Academy can say otherwise.
Exactly.
I was also...
It's just fun.
I was a bit hysterical for the entire night, which...
Yeah, you were.
I don't know why, but it enhanced the experience for me.
It enhanced the experience.
You're always hysterical on Oscar night. That's I've watched the show 3 times with you now, and you've been crazy every single time.
Jesus, Will. You mad lad.
Yep.
Will is the definition of a mad lad.
You know what? The worst thing that happened that night, though, was Skin winning Best Live Action Short.
Oh, yeah.
One of the stupidest decisions
very weird.
I've ever
Just
seen
one
happen.
of the... I don't even know what that... I can't even explain it.
Like, I can get behind Rami Malek winning Best Actor
because he's a good actor.
To a certain point. He is a good actor, and he gave a good performance.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't terrible. I don't think it's Best Actor worthy, but it wasn't terrible. But Skin... A man turns black.
That's the one sentence that you need to say.
Like, a man turns black.
For Skin is, there's a racist, and he turns black. It's like Freaky Friday, but with race.
It's really...
And no one can be trusted.
It's Freaky Friday, but with race. No one can be trusted, but no one turns white.
No one turns white.
And I'm a white guy, by the way. I'm a white guy as the director of this film, and I want to use blackface. Go.
How do we do it?
How do we do it?
That's a workshop.
We do it.
How do you...
Actually, no. The pitch line for this movie is using blackface in the 21st century as a white man. How do you do it? Well, let me tell you. And that's it. Let me do it and win an Oscar.
You don't even need to push the door open.
It's like it's
button.
an episode of Nathan For You, and this is all just a prank. Like, it feels like a prank. This shouldn't be real. I left my phone. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I left my phone on the bed. I've been talking away from my phone this entire time. Oh boy.
Okay, well, I'll deal with that when we come to it. I would watch them again. Yeah, and no matter how not good they are, it's always exciting.
All right, we just finished talking about the Oscars. Keelan has returned, and we have one more thing to discuss.
Yes.
So, Will, what is it, my man?
Actually, in brief first.
In brief?
Yeah.
You know what comes out this weekend? Greta, a film that we saw at the Toronto International Film Festival.
Sure did.
What is that a cheese string, Keelan?
Yes.
It is.
Wow. Very nice.
My mom bought cheese strings.
I'm the only one here without cheese in some form.
That's true. Sad.
Well, you should leave and go get some cheese.
I had a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch, actually.
Oh, sweet. We all had cheese today.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everyone.
Yay, good job, guys. You all got your cheese.
I
Okay,
think...
in brief.
So we all
Greta.
hated it.
We all hated Greta, but I want to watch it again.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like we weren't watching it correctly.
I feel like we weren't either.
Like, it's like everyone
not
says it's a
good.
B movie, which it 100% is. But
I think so, too.
I don't...
But I feel like it didn't lean into the campiness quite enough for that to come across.
I think it was mostly like the Isabelle Huppert being a psychopath thing, and it's just like the fact that it's her and she's like a prestige actress and she's in just this like stupid movie.
And Chloe Grace Moretz is also like a good actress.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get past some of the really dumb, stupid things that this movie just did. Like the thing that makes me laugh the most is, well, first of all, the dialogue is just dreadful. It's absolutely horrible. Here's a quote from the movie. She's like, people who don't get the premise of Greta, it's basically about Isabelle Huppert like stalks this woman and like follows her everywhere but I won't tell you why because that's a spoiler. But basically, she follows this woman who's Chloe Grace Moretz, and Chloe Grace Moretz works at a restaurant, and Isabelle Huppert shows up at the restaurant one day, and then Chloe Grace Moretz goes to her manager and is like, "Call the police! You have to get her out of here." And the manager goes, "No, I can't do that. She has a reservation."
I think the movie is trying to do two things at once, in that, like, it is a B movie, and if they made it like a B movie, like they shot it on film and they embraced the whole stalker aspect of it, then it would feel like they're trying to do that, and it'd be like an homage to the kind of 70s and 80s slasher films.
Exactly.
But the film looks like something that Fox Searchlight would put out, or like something that 20th Century Fox would put out in awards season, trying to go for an Oscars. Like, it's really well shot. I actually really like the cinematography. And they have prestige actors in it, and they didn't in any way technically embrace it. It's just a badly written script that they're calling a B movie because they're like, oh, we did it on purpose.
Yeah, Colm Feore.
Who knows if they actually did? Who knows if they actually did it on purpose? Because it could just be bad, and that's why it's so confusing.
But that might also add to its entertainment.
It is entertainment, but here's another thing though. We were at the world premiere of Greta, which is really funny to think about. And Isabelle Huppert and Chloe Grace Moretz and Erica Jordan, I think her name is.
Neil Jordan is the director.
It was one of the worst performances I've ever seen in a film.
Terrible. I think her name is Erica something.
No, it's Michael Monroe, I think.
Oh, Michael. Her character's name is Erica. Yes.
How do you remember that?
Bad. I don't know. They were all there, including the director Neil Jordan, director of Interview with the Vampire or something like that. And so they were all there. And someone from the crowd asked for a Q&A, Isabelle Huppert, what was the motivation from your character? She just takes the mic, pauses, and goes, I don't know, there wasn't really any motivation.
But the thing is, that's true.
There wasn't, but it was dumb, and it didn't embrace the fact that it was dumb enough. And if it did, then it would have been better.
I agree. I think on some kind of technical level, they needed to embrace the stupidity of the film a little bit more and take itself less seriously. The film took itself too seriously for it to call itself a B movie and be like, it's intentionally bad.
Yeah.
Is it?
Or not seriously enough. Like,
Neil
it wasn't
Jordan
crazy enough.
Pretty pretentious about his film. He's like, oh, I thought this was pretty good. I'm very happy with it. Very happy you guys got to see it. It's my Neil Jordan impression.
The other thing to think about is that after the Q&A, every actor on that stage looked so sad.
Oh, they looked so sad.
Like, everyone looked so depressed because, like, people were walking out.
Yeah.
People were laughing at everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just, like, line delivery. Like, it was like watching The Room, kind of.
And we got a pure look at it because we were at the world premiere.
Did they do re-edits, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Only one way to find out.
Who picked it up?
Are we going to go see it again?
I don't want to.
I wonder who, I wonder who's putting it out there. Like, which studio picked it up?
I'll look it up.
Good idea. But yeah, Greta's bad, and it had potential to be good.
Yeah.
Honestly, first 20 minutes, I was like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't.
At all.
It was just dreadful. But however, I think I want to see it again and be in a different mindset for it, and maybe I'll like it a bit more.
Yeah.
I'm just checking. Distributor, it's Focus.
It's Focus. That's what I thought.
Focus Features. Damn.
Focus. What are you doing, Focus?
This is the same people that put out Phantom. Well, I guess they picked a good time to put it out in March.
Yeah.
Putting a film that could have been released in award season out in March is not a great sign of faith.
Oh, I don't think this could have been released during award season.
I mean, it could have. Like, they could have pushed Isabelle Huppert for an Oscar. They could have. But they chose not to.
They could have pushed it for some editing award.
Yeah. I mean, they don't deserve it, but they could have done it.
They could have done it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I Love You, Daddy was picked up at TIFF in September, and it was scheduled for a November release.
He said the forbidden name.
Sorry,
Illy Didi was pushed for, yeah. But so that was going to be pushed for an Oscar, and then it didn't.
So you guys are you guys like one of like 500 people in the world to have seen that movie?
It leaked online. But
it leaked online, but we were one of only 3 audiences to have ever seen it in the theater.
Ah, interesting.
Or probably who will ever see it in the theater.
An interesting claim to
watch
fame.
It because it'll just make me really uncomfortable now that I know the bad stuff that surrounded that.
Final thing. So this is from this is another new release, I suppose. Another thing that some of us saw at TIFF. By some of us, I mean just Kielan. And we saw this 2 days ago, Friday. Climax, the
Climax
Gaspar Noé movie.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
I thought I would never have to talk about this movie again.
Well, we don't have to talk about it for long.
No, I didn't.
It's not exactly the type of movie that we would usually talk about on here, but you know what?
It's not a Star Wars
movie. Who cares?
So
Exactly. Well,
I don't know what it is.
Maybe it is.
Who knows? Could be a prequel.
Very,
But by that logic, anything could be a prequel to Star Wars.
Wait, no, it would be because Star Wars is set a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far. The 90s was a long time ago.
That's true.
Hey, you don't know when Climax was set.
Sorry, you're
It's
saying
in the 90s.
Are you saying?
Is it actually?
Yeah, it's based on a true story.
Really?
Yeah, in the beginning it says like, you are watching a true story that happened in 1996.
And then he goes on and says,
you're watching
birth is a unique experience. Death is a unique experience.
Very.
I mean, you're not wrong, Gaspar.
Okay, so this movie, the climax of this movie is credits the movie. The movie starts with an opening reel of the closing credits. It then begins, and then about 20 minutes in, there's the production credits, and then where all the studios pop up on screen, and then about 65 minutes in, there's the actual opening credits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Gaspar Noé flashes his name on the screen about 8 times.
Yeah.
In different fonts. I actually kind of like that, though. You know, okay, this movie is a masterpiece. However, I'm never going to watch it again, and I will actively avoid it as much as possible, because it is the least enjoyable movie experience of my entire life. Honestly. Yeah. Nothing compares to it. I will never see a movie like this, and no movie will ever be made like this again.
No.
There's nothing ever going to be released like this. This is the most unique and original and special movie that I've seen in a long, 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 long time.
Yeah. That's why it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Wow. I'm done now. I'm never going to watch it again. I only put myself through a second time because the first time I saw it was the last day of TIFF. I had seen 3 movies already that day. I had had 4 coffees in the previous 2 hours because I was passing out. And I sat down at 10 p.m. Adam from Your Movie Sucks was sitting directly behind me. Everything was very surreal. And I sat down and watched that at 10 p.m. on a Sunday, and I almost died.
I almost vomited multiple times.
Yeah, exactly. Now imagine having 4 coffees in your system and 3 other movies that day.
Yeah, that's fair.
Imagine that feeling.
Jesus
So
Christ.
I wanted to see it again, quote unquote, sober.
I see.
Yeah, it was.
And now I'm done.
It was quite something.
Yeah.
I really liked the kind of gradual descent into madness.
I love that.
You could really see things going downhill.
The words "descent into madness" are the most commonly used with this film.
Really?
Like, it's in all the marketing.
Oh,
it literally turned into hell. It was total symbolism for what hell is like.
Yeah, I
Upside down.
thought it was just amazing. Yeah, the last 20 minutes of the film are shot upside down, and I loved that.
Holy fuck!
You can barely tell what's happening. You just hear people dying
Screaming.
and stuff.
Dying.
And that's the thing. At a certain point, the film becomes so surreal that you lose the concept of time entirely. I had no clue how much time was passing. The opening, the last 20 minutes in Upside Down, that could have been 5 minutes.
Honestly,
it could have been. I have no clue.
It felt like forever, though.
Yeah, the movie feels like it goes on for an eternity.
It feels like a 4-hour movie. It's an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's 90 minutes.
Thank God.
It is the slowest 90 minutes you'll ever experience,
burning.
but you can't. Yeah, you can't take your eyes off the screen. You can't. I mean, you can close them, and you should, but it's very hard to
so
look
mesmerizing.
away. Mm-hmm.
Except for
this is the definition of an art house film because it belongs in an art house.
This belongs in a museum.
This belongs in a museum. Honestly, this belongs in an art gallery.
My only reservation about it is kind of so there's an opening dance sequence which is amazing,
which is holy crap, one of the best parts of the movie.
And then there's a section of 20 minutes in between that and when everything starts going to hell, which was very inane, and it was just kind of
when it's just they're quipping through the interviews with people, basically
it was just people gossiping about each other, and I was okay, because it kind of made you more familiar with the characters, but it was it kind of took the wind out of it for me, and it felt a bit it didn't feel very natural. But
really, I thought all the dialogue seemed really
the
natural.
dialogue and the acting was good, but it didn't feel like it had a natural place in the film. It just felt like it paused for a second, and then it was just okay, now they're going to talk for a while, so you know who these people are, in addition to the interview footage beforehand, which gave you an idea of who they are. And then,
but at the same time, I feel like without that pause, the pacing would have been really weird. Because the moment that we enter the second one, because basically the film's structured like this, it's 4 acts kind of. The first act is really short, and it's a series of interviews with the dancers. And the second act is a really long dance sequence, and then a kind of extended one take where it follows people around the party and introduces you to stuff. The third sequence is this jarringly cutting back and forth between the different conversations. And then the fourth act, which is the longest, is about an hour uninterrupted one take of everything going to hell. And then, maybe 5 acts, and the fifth act is it cuts back to all the spoilers. It cuts back to all the characters and shows where they are after.
Basically,
the aftermath. And so it's divided up like that. I think without that third one, with the cutting the dialogue and all the conversations, it would have been really weirdly paced, because then they would be dancing, they'd just start drinking, and then suddenly everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
But you need the time in between, and I think it would have gotten really boring if they hadn't shot it like that.
It's crazy
I
because
think
it
kept the one
literally
take going would have been weird.
It's crazy because it just so accurately depicted tolerance and drugs setting in and everything like that. It felt like we were watching this in real time, which is because we were watching it in real time, which was just astounding to me. I need a behind the scenes feature for this movie because I need to know how the hell they did some of the stuff.
The technical.
I want to know if they actually shot it in one take or not, because I don't know, because seriously, they might not have. So they might have, rather.
Yeah.
Because the performances were such that it would be so difficult to perform in this if there were cuts, because I think you need the continuity, because if you're Sophia Boutella and you're acting like LSD's setting in, at the very beginning she's somewhat normal, right? By the end she's just going completely batshit insane, but you have to know what level you're at every single time you start a new scene, right? If there are cuts, it'd be almost easier to do that kind of performance just cohesively going through. I mean, like, it'd be incredibly difficult because you'd have to keep the character consistent, and that's also the other thing, is that, like, when they enter new spaces, everyone's already moving, everyone's already doing things. They must have been in character the whole time.
Yeah.
And moving the entire time, just in case the camera caught them. It's so intricate. The whole movie's so intricate on a technical level. I would love to know how they shot it.
Yeah, same. And it's like...
You know, with A24 picking it up, too, we might get something like that.
I mean, I'd hope.
Yeah.
It does not feel like an A24.
It does not feel like an A24 movie at all. I am so surprised that A24 is picking it up, but I could not be happier, man. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Because you take an absolute masterful movie and combine it with probably the best production studio out there right now. You've got yourself a recipe for world-renowned success, and people are going to watch this movie. That people who would normally not watch this movie are going to watch this movie, and I feel so sorry yet happy for them at the same time.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I feel bad for everyone I dragged to this, because I dragged about 9 people to this movie, including you two.
People who saw this movie.
I feel bad. I feel genuinely bad.
I think everyone was
after
just...
this movie, though.
Yeah.
Last night at the this party that Kielan and I were at, one of our friends was hosting who had gone to see Climax. And she put out a bowl of sangria. Well, not sangria. It was just like punch with
Jack
like
Daniels,
rum in it, or Captain Morgan. And she's like, "Hey, Kielan, you want some sangria?"
I almost left.
Yeah,
I almost
like,
walked
"Are you
out the door. I was like,
kidding me?"
"No, I don't. I in no way want that. Please no." The movie is one of the most upsetting things you're ever going to see, but it's amazing.
Yep.
I think my review on Letterboxd encapsulates how I felt about it. I go, God, I fucking hated this strong 9.
Yeah, it's
honestly,
accurate. It's accurate.
Like, yeah, it's honestly a strong 9, light 10. It's like, it's so good.
I think, yeah. How do you give a light 10?
A light 10, it's like it's a 99.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's, in that case, to me, I think it's a light 10. It's like a 98 or something like that for me.
I gave it like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
but
you
I
gave it
still
4 stars.
I still enjoyed it.
Why did you like it as much?
Oh, I liked it. I thought it was amazing, but it had bits in it which kind of...
I see. I respect that.
Didn't mesh with me as
enough.
well.
Overall, though, what a movie.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Experience.
That's
what a unique experience,
way to put
as
it.
Gaspar Noé would love us to say.
Yes. Like life and death, both unique experiences.
It's true. True facts.
That's the tagline for the movie, is life is a unique experience, death is a unique experience.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, Gaspar.
You're not wrong, buddy. You only get it once.
Have you guys been...
You know he's not French, he's Argentine.
What, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Argentine.
Why does everyone call him French?
I don't know. But he's
Everyone calls him
Argentinian,
French.
which is really funny.
Maybe he grew up French.
Yeah, maybe.
Have you guys seen any other things recently,
Lately?
within the last week?
Within the last week? Let's check my good old Letterboxd, shall we?
I love the good old Letterboxd.
Follow us on Letterboxd. Links in the description. They're not going to be in the description. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, little known fact, Alex Trebek sings the Jeopardy theme song every time they do a final Jeopardy.
Every day.
Oh, I rewatched Bo Burnham's comedy special, Make Happy, which is my favorite comedy special, like, ever. I love that thing. Man is a genius. And I watched The Merry Widow. This really...
As did I.
It's not bad. It's just like a really
okay film
30s
history
musical.
Yeah.
And
you know what a really good 30s musical is?
What?
Swing Time.
Swing Time!
Don't you wish we'd gotten a chance to actually watch that
I
one?
know. Oh my god, that was so good. If I watch that, that'll be up there in my all-time faves, probably.
Yeah, me too.
That's
Me
really
too.
good.
I was digging that so much.
Honestly, same. Oh, well, what about you, William Brick?
I watched...
Pizzeria.
Well, right before...
that was racist.
Right before we saw Climax, I went and saw the movie Apollo 11 with Daniel and Josh Edwards and Hussein Alokali.
Nice.
What a double feature.
When I first saw Hussein there, he told me that he had been listening to the previous episode on his way, and I was like, wow, somebody,
Aww,
somebody listened
good
to
man.
this.
What a good man.
It was very good. I liked it more than Climax. It was just a amazing documentary, like amazing 11, right? Look into the process.
The making of First Man.
Exactly. It was better than First Man.
Well, yeah.
It was. I would highly recommend it. It was so good, and the footage it's all archival footage from the Apollo 11 mission, and we were at Young and Dundas IMAX, which isn't IMAX, but all the footage is in IMAX ratio, which was frustrating, but the footage is restored so well. It looks like it was shot like yesterday. It looks incredible, and it completely removes.
It was shot 70mm.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So
No, it was.
It's amazing. I would very much recommend that you see it.
Good. Is that your favorite movie of 2019 thus far?
Yes.
Coolio. Speaking of favorite movies of 2019, how many 2019 releases have we all seen?
Oh my god, I think I've seen 8.
I think I've seen 9.
I don't know. Let me check. Thanks, Alex.
Yes, I've seen 9 2019 releases.
I've also seen 9, so...
Keelan?
I've seen...
I can
8.
check. I can check for you if you'd like. I will check for you.
I've seen 6, but I might have seen more. I haven't updated it in a bit.
Anyway, Keelan, you want to sign us off for another week?
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much for listening to this episode of The Weekly Planet. We've really enjoyed having you here with us in the studio, and we hope you can join us again.
Okay, now everybody
Melbourne,
get out.
Australia. Now everyone leave. Thank you very much for listening. If you want to watch more videos, click on the left. If you want to watch less videos, click on the right. And if you want to subscribe to Hot Ones, then
subscribe to Hot Ones.
Subscribe to First We Feast. If you want to subscribe to Jeremy Johns, click right here to get Stuckmanized.
Yeah.
And don't forget to turn that bell on for Screen Junkies. And bye.